I think we all know that it's been a quite amazing and unusual weekend, and at least for me. But I want to address some of the emotion and the passion of last Wednesday's Judiciary Committee meeting that went viral. And so many individuals, millions, have watched that video now. And social media has, in other words, blown up. And I think that's a good thing. The issue, and I'm not here to talk about the issue necessarily, but just about the response and those that felt compelled to blow up social media. So I'm here as much to address them, because we're live stream now. We voted for live stream. So we can't blame the media, and it's transparency. And it allows the public to see what deliberations we make here in the Senate body and in our committee meetings. So that's a good thing. So we also, I want to address them as well as my colleagues here. And I'm so happy to have the backing of my church and my bishop from the African Methodist Episcopal Church. And we all remember Mother Emanuel Church that we all sent the resolution to in Charleston, South Carolina several years ago. The unfortunate occurrence that took place and the lives that were lost while people were praying. So I wanted to explain or urge the membership of the Senate to try to understand where my passion comes from and where the passion and the responses of all those who made comments on the social media sites this weekend, sent emails to me. I don't know whether you all got any or not, but I can't count the number of emails that I got encouraging my passionate and emotion that was exhibited in the Judiciary Committee meeting. And I'd like to say and acknowledge them and let you know that there's a lot of people suffering because of violence and because of the loss of young lives. And it's not just one race, but they all are agreeing that right now in my community and in communities of color across this country, it seems to be more of the burden placed on those communities, and mothers and fathers and sisters and brothers have lost their loved ones early, and they're suffering. And I can't tell you how much it moved me to listen to the phone calls that individuals, moms, dads, young people, old people, gun owners, teachers, Republicans, Democrats, independents, all made, and so many you could tell were hard to get their message out because of the sobs. And you can't hear a tear but I could feel their tears and their heartbrokenness. And I want to acknowledge them because they were all from all over this country, from all the southern states. Not one southern state was left out. Florida, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Alabama, Louisiana, Mississippi, Arkansas, Missouri, Kentucky, Tennessee, all of the southern states had people to call me and leave messages and thank me and let me know that I spoke what was in their heart and something that they really desired they could bring out and speak. And they were glad to have and see somebody to speak what they could not speak and to express it the way they could not express it. So I don't apologize for my expression and my passion and my emotion, because I too feel deeply, having lost a sister in 1969 on a college campus. You heard about that back in 2017, so I won't relive that with you. I don't need to relive it. But I want you to know that in my heart, I'm a Christian. Christ is in my heart. I don't consider myself a leader. I'm a follower. I'm a follower of Christ Jesus. So I follow him. And my outburst and the words I used, God will judge me. And I'll accept his judgment. But I hope he's well pleased. Thank you.
I'm a passionate guy. And about the issues and policy, I'm extremely passionate about. I also am a loving person. I know sometimes that's hard to see, especially when, like Senator Hendren said, we get so wrapped up in our positions. Senator Flowers, I love you. I'm willing to die for you and willing to die for your family. That's not me. Like, in me and my flesh, there is no good thing. That's my Christ in me that truly does come out and believes that. But one thing that I think is important that we realize is that some things are just not justifiable. Let me also say this. My Christ is a God of grace and mercy. I've never asked one time for Senator Flowers to be censored, and I won't support it. I'm not going to, because I think that, we should just move on. But I do believe that we do need to move on. If I would have said to Senator Flowers, if you come to my neighborhood, I will have my gun and I will exercise my stand your ground rights, nobody in here would accept that. And you shouldn't. We're colleagues. We're a small body that has to be able to work together. That is not acceptable. Does that warrant censure? Probably. I'm not asking for that, and I don't want that. But what I want is for it to be cut off. I want all of us to recognize what was said and what happened. Her passion is appropriate. Her place where she comes from is appropriate. And if we start censoring passion, I'm in trouble, right? I don't want that. I want us to be vigorous about how we debate. But I want us to be kind to each other. I want us to have decorum. And look, human nature is such that if you get punched in the mouth, you feel like you got to punch back, right? And that's the way it works. And I understand that Senator Flowers felt like she got punched in the mouth just by me bringing that legislation, but that wasn't the point. I don't hate her or her people. I love her people. She doesn't know where I come from, but she could if she would talk to me. She could know. She could know what my background is. You know, I'm not some country bumpkin who's never seen a black person. That's not who I am. What I'm coming down here for, I didn't get permission from anyone to do this, and I don't want to waste any more time. But what I'm coming down here is to say, look, we are colleagues, we are friends, and I do love all of you. And if you ever see me not treating you with respect, then call me out on it, come to me, because that's my job, regardless of what I think about you and your positions, to respect each of you. I'm asking for every member to do the same thing. Thank you.
Thank you.